It is Monday after the Canada Day long weekend, and we are in studio today.
Yes.
Leeann Noel from Century 21, thank you for coming in on this hot and sunny start to the week.
I do love it, I have to say. Hotter the better, for me at least, but yes.
I tend to agree as well. The quick and easy answer to this question, what are sellers seeking, would be money. But there's more to the story, and that's what we're going to talk about today.
Exactly.
What sellers look for in an offer other than money.
Other than money, right? And really the question is buying a home all about the money? And buyers really do need to consider things past financing, and as should sellers, right? And today I really want to discuss our conditions, any potential personal offer letter that you'd like to write to the sellers, and of course closing date. You and I have definitely discussed our market conditions and how it is tilted in favor to our sellers. So again, buyers need to look in to what's going to make their offer the most desirable.
In your experience, is it an occurrence where a seller would take an offer that isn't the highest offer to prove this point?
Yes. Absolutely, it does happen, and again, with the proper guidance, the sellers will make that decision.
Some things we're going to touch on: fewer or no conditions.
Yes.
So less conditions, the better for making your offer enticing.
Of course, especially if you are competing, and let's just go over a few common conditions.
Okay.
We have our financing, if you have to sell your home, so again, conditional upon the sale of a property. Your status certificate if you're looking to purchase a condo, and of course the home inspection. So consider if there is multiple offers on a particular property, getting those conditions completed before offer presentation. Hire the home inspector to even do a 5-point inspection. Order that status certificate to have your lawyer review it before offer date. This will definitely give you an edge over the competition.
And closing date is an often tricky situation that could complicate things?
Absolutely. So some homes you'll see, they'll be vacant, so the buyer should really consider doing a quick closing. Of course, shout out to our lawyers, giving them enough time to get the proper due diligence and paperwork completed. And because you have to consider, with a vacant home, sellers are still paying their mortgage, utility costs, so quick closing can be super enticing. Also, if it is owner occupied, find out what the seller prefers. Do they need a 30-day close, maybe a 90-day close? Are they waiting on potentially their purchase and what that closing day could look like? So it's important to be very flexible. Have your trusted realtor reach out to that listing representative and get an idea of what the seller is looking for in that closing date.
That was going to lead into my next question. This is where you would come in to make that communication happen, right?
Absolutely, that is definitely my job. Representing the buyer is having that full contact communication with the listing representative.
What is a personal offer letter?
A personal offer letter. So let's consider that many sellers do have an emotional attachment to that home. So if you can touch on those points in a personal letter, addressed to the sellers, again, that would give you an edge. So it's a great way to let the seller know what you're attracted to about the property, how you're going to love it, how you're going to care for it as much as that seller did. So in your letter, and again, your realtor will definitely guide you in regards to the contents of what should be in that letter. Touch upon the area maybe that you're interested in. Is it close to schools? Is it close to other relatives? Maybe it's the backyard, and for our pet mums and dads out there, is there a fenced yard for the dog and for the kids, a pool? So really essentially have that emotional attachment, give that to the sellers so that they feel comfortable knowing that it's going to a buyer that's going to love and care for it.
Have you seen sellers be quite emotional when letting go of a house?
Many times,
Yeah.
Yes, many times. And when they do see these personal letters, it's important, and it does play a part in their decision making.
Next time around, in 2 weeks'
Yes.
time, we'll be in the middle of July.
Already?
Yes.
Yes.
It'll be quite the time, because we'll be talking about responsibility of the seller during closing.
That's correct, yes, and what they need to do to be prepared. So when that final inspection, typically that happens the day before closing, what should be done so that everything goes smoothly with the seller, the buyers, and of course the lawyers and sales representatives.
Leeann Noel from Century 21, thank you for coming in
thank you so
on
much.
this first Monday of July.
Yes, thank you, Clarke. It's my pleasure.